Over, maneuvering around the box like the veteran he is. He drives BattleBot into the spikes and gives him a visit.
Warhead finally gets to go, but he's going to get thrown into the screws. Oh, he's got to get off those screws.
Hello everybody and welcome to BattleBots Dream Matches, Overkill, and Stinger. Again, apologies for any echoing in my voice you hear or any background noise because I'm doing my ACL stuff still. Let's get into the new builds of the bot. So here's Overkill, who has been pretty much completely revamped since he had a almost good showing in BattleBots Reborn Cup. I started off by adding some slim wheels onto the existing slim wheels to make thicker looking wheels, and I like how it came out. I might even try and get a third set in there to make his look nice and thick. What I really had to do with Overkill is figure out the weapon. It was tough. I didn't show him off enough. Let me reverse this clip real quick. So, back to Overkill, you'll look at the weapon. I have a Z-Tech in there, and I've got a disc mounted onto it so that I could reconstruct the weapon, and it came out a lot better. I've got ballast on 2 of the connection points, and then the other 2 have the weapon. And the balance of the weight, the way it works, look at it, it's a lot better than what I had in the cup, which was stupid, never should have happened. I don't know how well it's going to work. The weapon still doesn't move kind of fast, and it's kind of weak, and it still doesn't look the best, but I think this is the best I'll be able to do. And then, of course, the custom skins that you saw. Now, let's turn around Stinger, and let me show you a very important adjustment. I'm surprised I didn't make this earlier. That ram plate. I put that ram plate in using Component Freedom, and look what it does. It protects the connection point for both of the antennas and the emergency flippers. Why did I not do that sooner? Huge change, albeit a very small one to Stinger. I bet it'll save him a lot in fights. Alright, now that you've seen the new builds, let's bring in the pictures for the tail of the tape. So we've got 2 wedges here, and they do different things. Stinger's flips, Overkill sets up his opponents for that over-swinging blade. Overkill, I just don't know if he's going to be able to dominate this match. I don't know if he's got a lower wedge, and plus, it's kind of hard to be able to drive your opponent into the wall and then bring the blade down effectively. So, I think the control for Overkill is going to be a problem for him. Meanwhile, Stinger, if he somehow gets flipped, he's done. That's it. Alright, let's go into the fights!
Overkill! Stinger!
Rock, the lights are on. It's robot fighting time. The battle of the spinner killers and Stinger coming out already and throwing Overkill over. And now we see if Overkill can get flipped over. He's kind of able to drive on those wheels, and now he's able to flip himself. It was quite the process, and Stinger's gonna make him do it again. Apparently he found enjoyment in watching Overkill struggle like a turtle on his back to get back on the right side. And here we see the trouble he's going through. He's got a little round extender in the back there that's supposed to help support him when he swings that blade, and it's actually causing him more problems when he tries to self-right. Then he flips himself. I don't even know if Stinger really did that, just kind of scared him enough into getting flipped. Overkill using that blade more to get back onto his wheels than to actually attack. That's when you know he's really struggling. Stinger again, spinning him around a little bit and get the flip there. Overkill, he's underneath. Can he make something happen? He brings the blade down. Stinger flipping him again, but we saw also with Stinger there, Overkill hitting the ram plate directly. So imagine if Stinger didn't have that. I can't believe he's gone so long without it. Overkill toppled again. Stinger easily winning the battle for good ground clearance. Easily able to get under Overkill, get to the side. Overkill just, he is not here today. He has not shown up. Well, I mean, he has, just, you know how that expression goes. Shut up. Stinger again as Overkill just struggling with his turning. He's overcorrecting often. And we've already got just about a minute left into this fight. Overkill has not had anything going offensively. There's a round extender on the ground. I'm not sure. It must be from Overkill, and sure enough, it's the one that was poking out of the back that was causing him so many problems. What a drive by that Stinger there was. And I'm just now noticing Overkill is missing a significant chunk of that blade. When did it fall off? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's in the A and the T in the center of the arena. On the bright side, Overkill's weapon should swing faster now. But it's also damage against him, so I don't think it's gonna matter. 30 seconds remaining in this fight. Stinger again, tossing Overkill. Absolutely relentless. I'm not sure what the problem is with Overkill, why it's happening so often. Is he just too light? Maybe. Well, as good as the Overkill looks, it's not performing well, so it'll be back to the drawing board after this series, that's for sure. He's clearly lost this fight. Stinger, with a dominant display, drives him again, and the fight is over. Yep, Stinger wins. I'm not even going to make 2 text boxes and then do a crossfade to act like, ooh, I don't know who's won this fight. We all know Stinger won that fight. That was not even close. Well, let's go to the second fight and get this over with quick, because I think we know Stinger's going to win that one too. This is locked. The lights are on. It's robot fighting time, and it's round 2. And a big drive already by Stinger, as Overkill using him as a ramp. Well, what a start this is, just like last time, Stinger picking up where he left off. Overkill just getting thrown about. It's gotta be the weight. I mean, there are a lot of pieces on Overkill, but the body's kind of small. He's thrown around again, trying to get that blade into its starting position so he can actually use it to strike. Thrown into the wall again by Stinger. Stinger kind of resurrecting some of the magic that he showed in his very first fight in BattleBots Reborn Cup, when he absolutely dominated Mo in similar fashion, just kept throwing him around like this. And yes, I said magic because Overkill with the Magic the Gathering sponsor on the wedge there. I try to relate things. Overkill getting a little shot there, but Stinger throwing him again. Good shots from Overkill have been few and far between in this series, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. It's just a matchup that hasn't gone well for him. Big shot there from Stinger. There's a couple things that could be done for him. I mean, maybe we can reinforce that wedge, put some small wedges just sticking out of the front there as Overkill tries to correct himself, spinning onto the wheel. And even though he's getting dominated Overkill, I think we can all agree that this bot has gotten some improvements. Just needs more. And that's why BattleBots Dream Matches exist, not only to satisfy your matches that have never happened, your desires, but we gotta test the bots, see how they're progressing, what needs to be changed before tournaments. Hey, look at that! Overkill's caused some damage! He's taken off one of Stinger's antennas! A minute left, so there's maybe time to do stuff. He's also lost half of his weapon again, so he's probably not gonna win the fight, but hey, he got some damage. At least we know he can do it. I need to stop rambling because I have no idea when Overkill lost half of that blade as he swings the other one and tries to cause damage to those emergency flippers. But he's just all over the place because he's lost his back support as well. Stinger's still well in control of this fight with his normal relentless style. Overkill bringing the blade down as he's flipped. Decent strategy there. Instead of trying to self-right, he's just going to swing it mercilessly. There's about 10 seconds left now. Overkill to be briefly put out of his misery before we go to the twist fight in the third. And congratulations to Stinger, because you have absolutely dominated the Spinner Killer battle. Congratulations. Yeah, not even close. Stinger incredibly dominant yet again, and he takes the bragging rights for the Spinner Killers. It's a 2-0 win for him. Of course, we're not done here because we go to a third fight now regardless, and we throw in a special twist. So here's the Wheel of Mayhem. Let's see what we get. And it's inverted controls, one of the more difficult ones to take on. Very simple here. We take the normal up, down, left, right, and we flip it twice. So left and right is now your forward and back, and then up and down gets flipped. So up is not left, up is right. And down is left. So it is very trippy and it causes driving to be very erratic. Let's see if it can help Overkill get a win. The box is locked, the lights are on, it's robot fighting time! Overkill getting one last chance to try and figure out how to beat his modern replacement at killing spinners. He's already driving into the wall, so it looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. Stinger with a good drive. And again, backs up to ram again. Overkill really struggling early on here. I guess it does seem like it would be a little bit easier for Stinger, while Overkill's still got to think about using the blade. Stinger is really just driving. I don't even know if he's ever fired the flipper yet. Doesn't really need to, though, does he? Overkill spinning in a circle. Stinger running into the wall with Overkill not on the wedge. I mean, it's normally what he does, you know, running into the wall, except he was on his own merits. Overkill getting a few shots as Stinger drives him into the wall again. Interesting idea there from Overkill. He didn't try and get away. He just tried to strike. And he does again with a big shot. And he takes off the antennas. He got right around the ram plate there. And what a shot that was. Major damage caused, but he's lost part of his weapon again. So that blade is weak and will need some repairs. But hey, what a shot that was. I'm surprised that Stinger's ram plate didn't do enough there to protect him as he flips Overkill again, spinning around, trying to get back onto the correct side. Stinger again with another pop of Overkill, and he writes in for him. He's having a field day still. Despite the minimal damage he took, despite the inverted controls, he doesn't really seem that affected. Overkill does. Really struggling to figure it out. He's only got a minute left. Stinger waiting patiently with another big drive, passing through the red square. And then he pops Overkill's wheel yet again. Well, nothing is slowing Stinger down in this set of fights. Oh, and a big pop there from Stinger running into the wall. Overkill dodged it. And hell, Stinger nearly flipped himself. That would have been the end of the fight. And Overkill would have stolen a result. Instead, Stinger pinning Overkill into the corner. Luckily, no pulverizer there, despite the dot being there. And 15 seconds left. We know who's won again. But at least Overkill's gotten some damage. He's shown some ability. Now he just needs a little more improving. And it'll be back into the garage where he will get fixed up before BattleBots Reborn Cup Season 3. Fight's over. I'd like to take a moment to apologize to all the disappointed viewers who wanted a back and forth contest. Stinger absolutely dominating 3 fights for 9 minutes. Not even close. This Overkill is going back into the lab. We're going to take a look at him. I'm not sure what I need to do. Probably need to make him heavier in size, so putting in some ballast. Then he might need new HPZ Tech drive motors, because he'll need to go a little bit faster then with all the extra weight. And then as the blade, I guess just using component freedom to reinforce it a little bit. Maybe have a second layer so one can fall off and the other's okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So that's the end of this fight. Stinger taking care of business in the Spinner Killer battle. What do you think? If they fought in real life, would that be the result? Have your say below. And if you want to see more from each recreated design, check out the BattleBots Reborn playlist on this channel. Overkill appeared in episode 26 and Stinger in episode 6. Thanks for watching, have a good day, and see you next time. Let the bot battle begin! Bots getting their spinners up to speed.